All right, welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Yeah.
And today we're looking at AI.
Oh,
It's everywhere.
absolutely.
It's unavoidable these days.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So we're going to be looking at a recent episode of the AI Frontiers podcast.
Okay.
Um, and they always have some really interesting stuff.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
So we'll be talking about that.
Great.
And one of the first things that kind of jumped out at me was this AI model that can predict infectious disease outbreaks,
Oh, wow.
which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, really interesting stuff.
From the University of Toronto.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So it analyzes real-time data and tries to forecast where and when these outbreaks might occur.
It's amazing, and the accuracy they're seeing with this model is really impressive.
Right.
It's not just theoretical anymore.
Yeah.
It's actually working, which has huge implications
Yeah.
for public health.
Absolutely.
I mean, imagine being able to prevent outbreaks instead of just
Right.
reacting to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's a total game changer.
Huge.
That's a paradigm shift.
Yeah. I mean, you could change the way people travel,
Yeah.
plan public gatherings.
Yeah.
I mean, even our daily routines. I mean,
Absolutely.
if you knew that there was going to be an outbreak in a certain area, you would probably make different decisions
Right. Exactly.
about what you're going to do that day or that week.
It changes the whole risk assessment.
Yeah.
Like how we think about risk and prevention. It's and who knows how that's going to play out, as this develops, but
Yeah.
it's going to be fascinating to see.
It is. And, we've talked about personalized healthcare in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, is this going to lead to more personalized health recommendations?
Possibly. Yeah.
If you know that you're going to be in an area where there might be an outbreak,
Right.
I mean, what kind of steps can you take to
Exactly.
prevent that or to mitigate that?
And what will governments do
Right.
and health organizations
Yeah.
with this information?
Yeah, big questions.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so moving on.
Okay.
Let's talk about quantum computing,
Okay.
which seems to be kind of
Yeah.
hand in hand with AI a lot of the time these days.
It is. It is.
So AI Frontiers highlighted some of the research at Caltech, and they're using quantum computers to really boost AI development.
Yeah, they are. It's really fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
They're using a process called quantum annealing,
Okay.
which uses quantum mechanics to find solutions much faster than
Oh.
traditional methods.
Okay.
So that means AI systems can learn and adapt
Right.
faster than ever before.
Okay, so quantum mechanics and quantum annealing.
Right.
I'm going to need some help with this.
Sure, no problem.
Um,
AI relies on complex mathematical models
okay.
called neural networks.
Right.
And these learn from massive amounts of data.
Yeah.
But training those networks
Mhm.
can be incredibly computationally expensive
Right.
and time-consuming.
Okay.
Quantum annealing is like having a million different paths through a maze.
Okay.
You're exploring all of them at the same time.
Oh, I see.
You're not going one at a time.
Right.
You're checking them all simultaneously.
Okay.
So that speeds up the training process
Gotcha.
massively.
So instead of waiting months or years
Yeah,
to train these AI systems,
essentially.
we can do it in a fraction of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
So what kind of impact does that have on real-world applications?
Well, I mean, just imagine
Yeah.
faster breakthroughs in medicine,
Oh, wow.
drug discovery,
Right.
personalized medicine.
Oh, yeah.
Think about AI that can analyze your genetic makeup
Wow.
to predict your risk for certain diseases
Right.
or tailor treatment plans specifically for you.
So it's like having a
Yeah.
team of doctors working for you 24/7.
Yeah, kind of.
That's amazing.
It is.
And speaking of real-world applications,
Yeah.
they talked about a company called EcoWise AI.
Yeah, EcoWise AI.
And they're using AI
Yeah.
to tackle environmental problems.
Yeah, they're doing some really cool stuff.
So their platform combines satellite imagery
Right.
with AI to predict things like floods and droughts.
Exactly.
So they're basically keeping an eye on the planet,
Yeah, pretty much.
trying to help us prepare for these potential threats.
Yeah, it's really valuable work.
Yeah, I mean, it's like having
Yeah.
a global warning system.
Yeah, for the environment.
Yeah, for the planet.
Exactly.
It's amazing how AI can be used for
Yeah.
so many different things.
It really is.
Like you've got healthcare,
Mhm.
you've got this environmental sustainability,
Yeah.
and it seems like it's just developing so rapidly.
It is a bit mind-blowing how fast it's all happening.
It is.
And it's exciting, but it's also a little bit daunting.
Right, because as it gets more powerful,
Yeah,
we have to make sure that we're developing it responsibly.
absolutely.
And AI Frontiers actually touched on that as well.
They did, yeah.
They talked about a a UN symposium
Oh, right.
that was focused on ethical AI development.
Yeah, very important.
And what were some of the key concerns raised at that symposium?
Well, they talked about guidelines and
Right.
regulations
Yeah.
for AI,
Right.
particularly in sensitive areas like autonomous weapons,
Right, yeah.
AI and warfare.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah, so there's this growing need
Right.
to establish international norms
Okay.
to make sure AI is used ethically
Yeah.
and that it benefits humanity.
Right, so that it's not used for
That's-
harmful purposes.
Yeah, it's a crucial conversation to have.
It is, yeah.
As AI is advancing so fast,
Right.
we need to be thinking about
Yeah.
the potential consequences.
Absolutely.
Both the good and the bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
And platforms like AI Frontiers and discussions like this are so important
Right.
to, keep those conversations going, to
Yeah.
explore different viewpoints and
Yeah,
try to shape the future of AI
absolutely.
in a positive way.
All right, so another thing that AI Frontiers talked about was TensorFlow,
Okay.
which is a really popular AI development platform.
Right. Yeah. Very popular.
And they released a major update
Yeah, they did.
that's making a lot of people excited.
It is. It is.
And it's focused on enhancing
Right.
TensorFlow's capabilities on what they call edge devices.
Yeah. Edge devices.
Um,
Yeah.
so for those of us who don't live and breathe tech,
Right.
what exactly is an edge device?
So edge devices are basically devices with limited processing power,
Oh.
like your smartphone, your
Right.
wearables,
Okay,
even some household appliances now.
gotcha.
And this update to TensorFlow means that they can do AI processing
Right,
directly on the device.
so they don't have to rely on the cloud.
Exactly.
Okay, so instead of sending your data off to some server
Yeah.
to be processed, it can be processed right there on your device.
Right on the device.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems like a really big deal.
It is. It is.
What kind of benefits does that bring?
Well, first of all, it's a privacy boost
Okay, yeah.
because your data is not going anywhere.
Right.
It's staying right there on your device.
Right.
It's also faster.
Okay.
Because there's no back and forth with the server.
Gotcha.
And it's more efficient.
Okay.
Uses less energy,
Right.
less bandwidth.
Okay.
So it's a win-win all around.
So it sounds like TensorFlow is kind of paving the way
Yeah.
for this more
It is.
seamless and integrated AI experience.
Absolutely.
We're going to have more AI features
Yeah.
on our devices
That's right.
without having to compromise on privacy or performance.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
It is, and this is just one example of
Mm.
how AI is becoming more accessible,
Yeah.
more integrated into our lives.
That face.
And as that happens, it becomes even more important
Right.
to think about responsible development.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, so we need to stay informed.
Yeah,
We need to
absolutely.
stay engaged
Yeah.
in these conversations about
Yeah.
how we're going to manage this powerful technology.
That's right. It's an exciting time,
It is.
but it's also a time for
Yeah.
careful consideration and discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. So much to think about.
Yeah.
We've got these AI predicting diseases.
Right.
We've got quantum computing.
Uh-huh.
We've got EcoWise AI trying to save the planet.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
It's a lot to process.
It is.
And I know we've been using a lot of technical terms.
Right.
Quantum annealing, edge devices.
It can get a little jargony, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But what I really want to know is,
Okay.
what are you excited about?
Uh-huh.
Like what stands out to you the most
Oh, that's a good question.
from all of this
Right.
stuff?
Yeah.
What are you personally excited about?
Well, I think,
Or maybe a little bit concerned about
Hmm.
when it comes to the future of AI?
I think what's really interesting is how AI is going to impact our lives
Right.
in ways we can't even imagine yet.
Right. Yeah.
We're just scratching the surface.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit like the early days of the internet where
Right.
we knew it was going to be big,
Yeah.
but we had no idea how much it would change everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think AI is going to be even bigger.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's going to touch every aspect of our lives.
Yeah.
And it's important that we're all part of the conversation
Right.
about how we want to shape that future.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not something that should be left to the tech companies or governments.
Right.
We all have a stake in this.
Yeah, and it's interesting that you brought up that point
Uh-huh.
because at the end of the AI Frontiers episode,
Okay.
they encouraged people
Yeah.
to follow them on social media
Oh, yeah.
to kind of stay up to date
Right,
and,
yeah.
and to join the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what their handle is?
Oh, yeah. It's at AI for the People
Okay,
on Twitter.
perfect. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, they share a lot of interesting stuff.
Really insightful articles, discussions.
Okay, awesome.
It's a great resource.
Cool. So let's kind of recap what we talked about today.
Sure.
We started with the amazing potential of AI to predict those infectious disease outbreaks.
Right, which could really transform public health.
Yeah, absolutely.
If we can get ahead of those outbreaks.
Right. That's a game changer.
It is. It is.
And then we moved on to quantum computing.
Yeah, the mind-blowing world of quantum computing.
Yeah, which is accelerating AI development.
Absolutely.
Leading to these faster breakthroughs in medicine and environmental science.
Yeah, lots of possibilities there.
Yeah, and we can't forget about EcoWise AI.
Right.
Using AI to predict those environmental events.
Keeping an eye on the planet.
Yeah, giving us tools to fight climate change.
Absolutely. Crucial work.
And then we looked at TensorFlow.
Yeah.
And their new update that's really kind of...
Pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, pushing the boundaries of edge AI.
Of what's possible with AI.
Yeah.
On our devices. Yeah, which is pretty exciting.
It is.
And then, of course, we talked about the ethical considerations, the importance of developing AI responsibly.
Yeah, we can't forget about that.
As it becomes more powerful.
Absolutely. We need to be thoughtful.
Yeah, absolutely.
About how we're using this technology.
So it's been a whirlwind tour.
It has.
Of the AI landscape.
Yeah, a lot to take in.
Hopefully you're feeling inspired.
I hope so.
And informed.
Yeah, definitely.
And as we step out of this deep dive and back into our AI-powered world,
right,
I want to leave you with this question.
Okay.
What area of AI are you most curious about?
Ooh, good question.
What possibilities are you most excited about?
Yeah.
Or maybe even a little nervous about?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You know, makes
you think.
The future of AI is being written right now.
It is.
And we all have a role to play.
We do.
In shaping it.
Absolutely.
So stay curious.
Yes.
Stay engaged.
Stay informed.
And keep exploring this incredible world.
Yeah, it's an amazing field.
Of artificial intelligence.
Absolutely.
Right.
Really makes you think about the future, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. All this AI stuff.
It's moving so fast.
It really is. And it's changing everything.
It is.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I just want to say, you know, stay curious out there.
Absolutely.
AI is constantly evolving, so keep asking questions.
Keep learning.
Keep exploring these new possibilities.
Push the boundaries.
Yeah, and remember, the future of AI, it's not something that's set in stone.
Right.
You know, it's something that we're all creating together.
It is a collaborative effort.
Yeah. So let's make it a future that benefits everyone, you know?
Absolutely. A future where AI empowers us, connects us, helps us build a better world.
Yeah, a better world for everyone.
For everyone, exactly.
Well said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of AI.
It's been a pleasure.
We'll see you next time.